Welcome to the Curling Champions Tour live production here in Baden, Switzerland. Well, you have seen in the introduction we have a really interesting teams participating here in Baden. I'm Mark Staley, and next to me is our probably best commentators, which we have is Roger. How are you?
Good. Cheers. Thank you. Looking forward to the new start of the season. This is the first game that will be broadcasted live by the Curling Champions Tour production.
I think, Roger, for the moment, I think we can't hear you, but well, you are here next to me, right? So, what we have today at this game just starting are the two Swiss teams. We have Team Ruch from the eastern part of Switzerland against Team Freiberger. They are just beginning already in the first end because we had some minor technical problems. We apologize for it. And very interesting is that both teams so far have played quite well in the way that they have done both two games and one win, one loss. So it's very interesting what will be the outcome of this game, because we have here this kind of round robin, means 4 games, so the best 2 teams will be qualified for the quarterfinals. Okay, so we look a bit on the first end. Very interesting. You see Team Freiberger with the red rocks having a bit under pressure against Team Ruch with the yellow rocks. So you can see that they are trying to do now a kind of double takeout. Team Ruch has the hammer, so it's quite already pressure now in the beginning. So not really done what he wanted, because there are still 2 yellow rocks in the house. Furthermore, it's still well guarded. So you see the brothers Ruch now discussing the situation. On the left side there's Roman, on the right side there's Manuel. So the discussion is to lay a nice draw. So finally they have decided to put a nice draw in front of, as I think minor danger is on the red rock, that Mario Freiberger may just prolong the red rock a bit. So it seems a bit heavyweight. So Roger, back in action?
Yes, finally it all works out.
Oh, great, yeah.
Good to be there. So for this first tournament of the season, it's broadcasted live on the Curling Champions Tour live broadcast. So it's a pleasure to be back and watch some curling again. I've been waiting for that since the end of last season.
So in other words, you had a lot of trading now in the summer season, I mean, to look for the curling?
Yeah. So right now I'm kind of more following than being in the action, but always a pleasure to be there and watch the games.
Well, coming back to the current situation, the rock of Manuel was a bit too long, too heavy, and it's obvious that now he's trying on a takeout on the left side, that his right one would go into the center, kind of hidden roll. Already small pressure now in the first end of three yellow rocks. I think the curl is quite heavy. Oh, nice.
That was nice effort.
Well, finally it was a bit, let's say, almost too much brooming, that they should leave it curl a little bit more to have the angel to get on the yellow one, huh?
Yeah, well, either they could have, like, I don't know, swept it a bit more. Well, it basically did exactly what they didn't want. It was a bit too thick to arrive onto the yellow, but it finally rolled a bit too far, so it was... Anyway, the yellow team of Manuel Ruch is still in a pretty good situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, it must be not medium weight takeout. I mean, you see the ice is quite big for... I think it's just a back weight takeout.
Well, I don't understand though why he doesn't try to put another one behind the center guards now.
I think it's the last.
Oh, it's his last rock. Sorry.
Yeah, last rock. So it's obvious he wants to touch the right one a bit on the right side from our angle, and that he can.
That's a tricky shot.
Yeah, because it's very interesting. It must be just a bit pushing the red one out of the house.
Yeah. Well, what they want to make sure is at least that they get through the port. Looks quite good. Oh, is he going to roll out? Oh, and Sally just rolls out of the rings. Good effort there, and that's a 2 for the team of Manuel Ruch. So everything goes as planned. Won the toss and get a 2 in the first end. Take commanding lead.
Noch mehr als gestern Morgen, habe ich das Gefühl. Ja. Also weißt du, wir sind alle auf der engen Seite. Ja, ja, das Gefühl, noch mehr als im ersten Spiel. Ja. Ja, sind alle durchgepusht.
And now they will start next end by just drawing another one to the center. And now Freiberger, the classic strategy, just starting out with a corner guard. Try and keep the game to the sides. Try to keep the center clear. That's good. Good guard.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting because Manuel Ruch will go for a, let's say, more offensive call by asking for a center guard in front of their own rock.
Linie gut. Sicher nahe, aber Länge. So nahe wie möglich. Oh. Ist drin.
Okay, so we still have to experience a bit the new season. That means we have new equipment, so we have to adjust it ourselves. For us, not so new. I mean, for Roger it's easy because you are very in the technical side, where I'm a bit old for doing all this new technical stuff. So what we have here now is still yellow rocks of Manuel Ruch in command. In other words, now Romano is trying to take it out. At the same time, just keep it again as a kind of guard. Well, it was a straight takeout. So Team Freiberger is trying now to hit and roll. So we can already come a bit to the team presentation. So here we have Reto Seiler, a second. So the second one is Roman now, the opponent on his second rock.
Yeah, so just rock trading right now. It was really important for the yellows just to stay in the rings. But it's a bit too far on the side now, and Mario will take a bit of risk there. It looks like he wants to take a bit of risk and go behind the corner guard. If he is completely hidden behind his guard, though, he is shot. So it would be in a pretty good situation. He can also try a tap back on a top yellow, or hit and stay, hit and roll. He opts for the hit. So a hit and roll now. Seems. Just try to hit, roll, double. So not too much risk taken by Freiberger right now. So Manuel Ruch will, as Jean-Nicolas Longchamp, to just remove that other red one and stay in the rings. Actually, if they manage just to have one at the top of the 12 foot, they're in a pretty good position. Could even use that rock to steal later on. So, good nose hit. I think Mario won't like that one in the middle. So I'll probably just go for a hit and roll.
But how about hit and roll on the left? Ah, no, he wants on the right side. I thought more that maybe he tends on the left side because he has a guard over there.
Yeah, there, like this sounds better, I think. Anyway, one side or the other is okay. As we can see, this yellow rock in the center is the most annoying for.
So we have now Sven
Freiberger
as a third. And finally, I think it hits on the nose.
So, just a nose hit. They're not lying shot.
Yeah, but he's still dangerous, even he's not shot. I mean,
yeah. Well, anyway, Manuel Ruch just has a 2-point lead, so he doesn't have to try anything fancy. Just a hit and tiny roll. Try and get a biter. Looks like Jean-Nicolas is a tiny bit wide. Oh, it's close. It looks quite good. Great shot. It's a really good shot. Yeah, so that forces Mario to try the direct draw. There could be a hit and roll, but nah, that would be much too difficult, I think.
I think it's now a draw. I think he had this idea already before. I mean, he likes to get 2 rocks at least for having having the hammer.
Yeah. Well, he needs to get 1 hit in first, and then hope for something.
Oh, but they begin heavy, huh?
Yeah. Looks a bit slow.
And I think the curl, no, I think it's okay.
Oh, line's good. Line's good.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a pretty good shot.
Yeah. I think the curl is very nice at the end.
Trying to get the swing at the end, and it's in a really good position. In front of the tee line. Lying shot. Full in the 8-foot. That's a really good shot. And forces Manuel Ruch to play a tricky halfway takeout now. Well, I think it curls enough. He can get it, but
yeah, because I was quite surprised. We had still a lot of room when he passed the guard. So I think back weight.
Yeah, hack weight should be all right, but I don't think he has got a big margin. He has to go quite tight to the guard. Maybe from his hack he can see a third of it, or a quarter of it, at least.
Yeah. But I mean, it needs just to touch a little bit. Never mind, you know. I mean,
the ideal would be to keep the shooter behind his own yellow. That would be the best shot.
Yep.
Of course, goal number 1 is to remove that red, get it out of the rings, and if you can, keep the shooter. Looks pretty close, actually, but
well, it was the other possibility. He tries to touch on the front. You understand that he goes right away because he saw already. Roman saw already that this is not working, right? So that was the kind of second or the other possibility.
Yeah, there was maybe a bit too much ice, I suppose, because they gave just a little bit less ice than what Freiberger gave Sven Eaton for the draw, and it doesn't swing that much at the end. It curls quite a lot, and then at the end it stays a bit straight.
Well, this is all the time the tricky thing: too much ice or maybe too heavy, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I think it was a bit heavy there. I mean, for that ice actually.
For that ice, for sure, yeah.
So it seems that Mario is trying the same thing again.
Well, he's going for a 3 right now, because he's going to try and freeze on his own rock. So the advantage of that shot is, of course, if you make it perfectly, then you have a good chance for 3. The big inconvenience that you have a really big chance of leaving actually a double. Imagine if he's just sort of half open, frozen on his own red with an angle, then you can play the double takeout. Sometimes I would just opt for the draw to the other side and let the guy hit it and get your 2. Oh, that's finally what he's going to do, actually. He was showing before the draw on the red.
Oh, yeah.
So, the open solution. Of course, you have to put the draw now. Sweepers are really
from the beginning
hard on
very
it,
hard.
But it looks quite good. If he can get some kind of position there. Yeah. He needs to be at least at the same height than the other red, no double. So that's a good shot.
Yeah, but I think it's still a good opportunity now for, you see, like they take it, because this one actually is open, it's easier.
Yeah, but there's no double.
No, but I think at least he can hide, let's say, his rock easily behind the... the interesting thing is he does it with an out turn handle, which I don't know if they have played so far on like that. I mean, now mostly it was all the time from the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering with what weight he has to come that actually he has enough curl to hide behind the...
It'll probably come with a normal weight takeout, I suppose. A bumper or something.
So already indication was enough. I mean,
oh, that's a really good shot.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
Well played. Really well played. Congratulations. That was really good. So, yeah, he can go for a really tough hack. He can go for some kind of double, but that's really risky.
But when he goes for double, I mean, they only have one.
Yeah. That's really an end saver shot. After the first complete miss by Manuel Ruch, he makes a really perfect shot in his second one.
Yeah.
Force Mario to. Yeah, he's going for. I would probably play that too. Just go for some back line, hack weight. If you actually maybe. I wonder really exactly how much of it he can see. Seems like you can see at least a third of it. So a high precision shot. He has to be really tight with the guard.
Well, let's see what is
That's going to be a steal of one. Mario had actually a pretty good weight. It was just a little bit wide. Not quite sure if it's the ice or just if he was a little bit wide when he released it.
well, now they discussed. They just said it was too much ice.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think the weight was not that.
The weight seemed to be quite good.
There we go. After the second end is 3-0 for Team Ruch. Okay, so we have here on the YouTube channel, we have the on the YouTube channel we have the comments you can leave on the right side. So we are more than happy if you have some comments to say about the teams or about the Baden Masters. Coming back a bit to the Baden Masters, as every year it's incredible what teams they have here. We have world champions, we have Olympic, the Olympic silver medalist, the bronze medalist. We have the championship champion from last year. So it's certainly very interesting to see. And for the moment, I'm pleased to give you a bit the scores of the other groups, that you have an idea. There are 20 teams playing in 4 groups, so each group has 5 teams, and meaning they have a round robin of 4 games from beginning yesterday morning till tonight. So tonight about 8 p.m. we already have the quarterfinals of the best 8 teams. So when we begin in Group A, there we have teams from Russia, Trostov, then we have the Canadian team of Lecoq and the Swiss teams Michel, Bruno, and the Spanish team. So far, Trostov of Russia has a clear win of 3 games and 3 wins, followed by Lecoq and Michel. So this is probably very interesting to those 2 teams which will try to come for the second place. Actually, Michel and Lecoq, they just played this morning, where Lecoq win 6-1. Then going to Group B, there we have the world champion Ulsrud playing 3 games, 3 wins, followed by Team Pfister, Swiss team, which actually has already done the 4 games and got on 3 wins, 1 loss. So it looks that those 2 are on the way to qualify for the quarterfinals. In this group there is, besides that, is Brewster from Scotland, Gulbis from Latvia, and the Swiss team of Christian Bangerter. Then in Group C, where we have the Swedish power with Edin. So far they have done 2 games, 2 wins, followed by the Swiss team De Cruz, which 2 wins of 2 games. So they have a very nice place now. Actually they are playing now at the moment, so we will later on switch to the other scoreboards. In this group there's still Team Attinger and Snitil from Czech, and the Team Baumann from Germany. So finally we go to Group D, which actually we are having now this interesting Swiss game, in where we have a clear leader of 3 games, 3 wins of Murdoch from Scotland, followed now by those 2 teams of Ruch and Freiberger, and even Rasmus Stierne from Denmark. So this will be very interesting, the next games, because all of those 3 teams having 2 games and 1 win, 1 loss, so it's very open. Here is the 5th team, is Van Dorp from Netherlands, which at the moment has 3 games and no wins. So Roger, coming back, we are on our 3rd end, so what's going on here now?
Well, at least we've got lots of rocks in play, which is cool.
This is nice, yeah.
And I think that actually right now Freiberger has a pretty good opportunity to come back to the score. His lying second shot seems to be quite well hidden. Manuel Rolke is asking for some kind of run back. There is a risk though to send that red onto one of their own yellows, so they have to be careful. I think they probably want to hit the inside of that rock. Roll in the center or something. Oh.
It was not really the intention.
Well,
now he's shot.
Well, that's going to be a difficult red rock to remove now. But well, I think that now if they can, yeah, they can just draw one now. They don't even have to play takeout.
I would, because he's behind the T line. I would not go and take out.
I would just draw behind those 2 yellows. They're lying shot, and maybe remove that yellow one a bit later. If they hit on the nose, I wonder if they could actually leave a double to Manuel Ruch.
So what would you play now, Roger? if you would be now the responsible skip of this.
Well, two options are either a takeout or a draw, and I would probably privilege the draw.
That is probably what they try to do.
It looks more like a draw. So has to be. It has to lie third shot. Line is perfect. It has to lie third shot. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Well, I think nevertheless, if he would fell down, I think he would not bring the rock to this place. I mean, they tried from the beginning, very heavy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think it's touching the rings now. That's a missed opportunity. The line was really perfect. So yeah, if I were Manuel Ruch, I would try a little tap back on the yellow. If you manage to go really tight to the red, you will raise it on the nose onto the red. That's quite tough, but if worse comes to worse, you split them and leave that red nicely open. I mean, if he even half makes this shot, the Freiberger will not be allowed to do any mistake whatsoever. That looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Good shot. A really strong curl at the end. There was not very much handle though. That's probably why it curled that much also. Good, really good weight.
I think he got the optimum out of it, because I was thinking more that the yellow one will go on the right side, but now I think I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's getting quite tricky. Well, the good news for Freiberger is that he's still lying shot. His red rock is still pretty tough to remove.
But I think there's a way to remove it.
But yeah, I think if you go, I think you'd probably just play a hack weight, and you can remove it. You could also play a peel weight. That would be, I think, a bit more difficult. Even just a normal takeout. But
now they are trying to take out the yellow one behind the tee, huh?
Yeah.
Which I don't know if... anyway, they won't be shot after that, you know. I mean, they would not be second, let's say.
Well, the way the guards are, it's very, very difficult to come with a draw weight.
This is what happened now. See, like say they have no more rocks in game now. Both are gone, right? So
well, the problem is the way that there's those two guards there near the hog line that really stop to Freiberger to play any kind of draw. They just over curled a bit. They can't freeze on that yellow. I mean, it's completely blocked. So I think they could try just to try and remove that. Oh, they're going to go for a tap back again.
well, the idea would maybe that they force Team Freiberger to ride one rock.
Yeah. Well, if they manage to get rid of that red one, though, they have a really good situation to steal.
Yeah. So you would say they should profit of this good situation they have, right?
Well,
I mean they are first. I mean they are third as well. They're second and third.
Yeah. Well, they're 3 ahead, so they don't really need to take too many risks. They really have to make sure that Freiberger doesn't score 2, because if Freiberger only scores 1, they take the hammer back with a 2-point lead. On top of that, in the even ends, in the 4th end. I mean, I would be quite satisfied with that situation if I were him. So, of course, if you can have a 4-0 lead after 3, it would also be really good. Just try not to leave them any hope to come back.
So you see they have the idea of putting a guard as well.
Yeah, they could just block it. But maybe that would be a bit too early. I don't know.
Well, there are more 3 6 more rocks in game, huh?
Well, that yellow rock frozen onto the red one in the house in the forefoot really stops the draw at the corner of the forefoot for 2. If you block the middle, I really don't see how Freiberger could reach the forefoot unless with a double raise or something. So that would be a really difficult shot. So, I mean, you can leave him that. But even the guards the way they are, I mean, it's quite tough to get to the forefoot, I think. You could go for a little tap back. I don't know. It's not too risky.
I think it will be a guard in
Yeah, probably.
Kein Plan zu wenig. Ja, du.
3, 2,
Yeah, going for the guard.
2. Länge gut, 2.
Curl was strong at the end, huh?
Yeah.
Wir den einfach aufmachen. Der ist sehr schwierig.
He has a nice combination, huh?
Die Seite da. Hä? Die Seiten aufmachen. Da weg. Frage. Oder ob wir da nochmal einen können irgendwie rein. Ist einfach, der ist immer noch nicht. Aber der, um den kann man schon machen am Schluss. Ja. Zum einen weg, dann bin ich verstanden. Oder willst du einfach aufmachen?
Well, we take this occasion to talk a bit about the m.baden Masters, because it's certainly here at the end of August the best curling event. Well, we can say here in Switzerland, in Baden, there is ice almost throughout the year. So there's always maybe some people will ask why we have still ice, or already ice here in the end of August. So all the best teams, they take this opportunity to come here. It's a kind of nice preparation. And obviously it's interesting too that the prize fund is over 30,000 Swiss francs. So the first prize will be 11,000 Swiss francs for the team. Still the second has a 7,000, and the 2 third prizes will be 3,500 each. So I think this is certainly interesting. That's why they have teams from Canada as well as from Norway. Would like to already point you this afternoon for a great game at 4 p.m. There's the round-robin game of m.baden, Sweden against the Ruch, Switzerland. I think this is a hammer game. Roger, I think you will look for it.
We're really lucky to have that one on TV, I think.
Okay, now they have decided. It's not working.
Yeah, they're going for something really tough now. Oh, it's.
But at least they open it, because the idea is to tap back the red one. So at least they open a bit the situation.
Yeah, now they can, at least they can tap that red on the left hand side there, but I think Manuel Ruch will not leave them that possibility now anymore. The other possibilities there, they're showing it. It's the hammer, hit, and roll.
Yeah,
I would rather block the tap back on the red. You can't block them both anyway, so you have to just choose one, block it. Or they want to do it first, maybe.
I think so. They opt for that.
Yeah, why not?
Well, what else they could do? I think there is not make sense to make another guard. I mean, when you see the house, there's already a lot of guards around.
Well, actually, if he makes that one, yeah, could even be game over. There's no real risk.
Yeah, but I think either he got it or not, he just says that it's important that to get rid of this yellow, because if it's not he's doing, the Freiberger will do it.
Yeah.
I think this is the idea.
Freiberger tends to like those kinds of shots. Seems to be falling. Oh, well.
Yeah.
He got something out of it. I think there is a tap back on that red one, though.
I think they're looking for that one, yeah. Well, it's still not his last rock, so maybe he tries another combination. I mean, they use this as the last one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you got to go for the easiest shot possible, though, but or the less hard, I would say, in his situation.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say, actually. From that angle, it's really hard to say. Well, from the hack, he probably really sees nothing of that red one,
I think so too.
Mario.
Just talking about if they get really close to the guard, it will curl a lot.
I mean, even he passed the guard. I'm wondering what will be the angle that he goes. Maybe he can go to the yellow one. This is possible, right? Once he passed the guard. But he won't be. I would say the back line.
It's like it. Looks pretty close. Well, finally he gets something out of it again. It's not too bad. But I wonder now if I have to see with the guards there. I think it's... There's no double on the reds. I thought there could have been a double possibility if you were hitting the first red on an angle there, but there doesn't seem to be any of that. The guards are well in front. If I were Manuel Ruch, I think I would just play guard right now.
Close it down.
Yeah, just close it, because the only option I see for Mario to take a 2 now is to tap that red one into the forefoot, and it's, I mean, basically it's not such a difficult shot. I mean, if they played a few rocks on that side and just play the T-line weight, bit of sweeping, and that's more or less the job's done. So I think if he just plays a guard just in front of the house, that will be enough to stop him from actually having that shot. The only shot that would be left would be a hit and roll on the yellow on the right, sorry.
Yeah, but that is now much more difficult, I think, than before.
If you leave him that he makes it, that's just good for him. But I mean, you can't really blame yourself if you leave him a shot like that. So
the only question what they are looking now is, you were tending for the guard, but they try kind of long guard. I mean, it would be almost a freeze what they're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking actually a guard just in front of the house, just in front of the wings would be good enough. If it's half hidden, it would be even better. No, in my opinion, anywhere in front more or less would be good.
Jean-Nicolas has still the idea to come from the outside. I think he wanted to play that before already.
Well, I wouldn't try a risky shot right now because they're 3-0 ahead, and if they give one, then they have the last one in the even ends with a 2-point lead. So that's fine.
Well, thank you very much for your comments. Now we are just checking here a little bit. We give the big thanks to Martin Stucki, our technical director, who is never happy, but I think he does really a great job.
Yeah, I agree. Without Martin, we wouldn't have any coverage at all.
Okay, now the rock of Manuel Ruch.
Oh, he went finally for peach.
I think on his yellow one, right? So the idea was that they said even you put a guard, they would use the yellow one to push the red one inside, right?
That was a far more complicated shot than just the shot he actually played before, right?
I don't think so. I think only they want to get rid of the yellow one.
Yeah, but now he has a shot for 2. I mean, that is, in my opinion, far less difficult than the shot for 2 that there would have been before. Anyway, we'll see how he makes it.
Yeah, no, I think it's possible now, because now he just needs a kind of whatever 12 foot. I mean, now the curl is nice. I mean, now
he just has to make sure he taps it on the outside, and that's going to be way enough to get the 2 shot. He could even theoretically come with a backline weight. I don't know if it would curl enough, but well, I think Mario's quite happy to have that shot. The weight they're calling is pretty good. They're just calling it behind the tee line, so it's just a question of line now. You really need to get the line right.
It looks
close. Oh yeah. Actually, it was a little bit slow, I think. The line was perfect.
But you know, slow is one thing, but he was still on the outside. There's no curl, you know. Even he would be more weight, than he would not get the touch.
Well, he had a bit of margin though on the guard. I mean, he went by the guard quite clearly, so the shot was there, that's for sure. So I think that Team Ruch is quite. Yeah, Team Ruch can be quite happy there, because I think they made a mistake by taking out that yellow one on the side. They should have just put a guard, and the shot was there, and that was the only obvious shot to me to score 2 anyway. So, well, whatever, score is the score, so it's now a 3-1 for Team Ruch. So we're going to start the 4th end. And the team leading 3-1 there, Team Ruch, will have the last rock now.
Well, maybe we can move a little bit to the other rings for seeing the score. Okay, we have here on sheet number 1, Rasmus Stierner against Van der Orp is 3-3. Well, sorry, 4-3. Sorry, I didn't see the first one. 4-3 for Van der Orp. Quite interesting, and I think it's all the time good to have a lot of rocks per end. So it's good.
Yeah,
good situation.
It's got to be an interesting game to follow.
So Siena needs a win for sure. Then here we have Edin against Attinger. As we said, Edin already has 2 wins, so Attinger has 1 win and 1 loss. So here we have 3-1. Then this is our game, which is now 3-1. And here we have the Swiss bronze medallion Cruz. Wow, who had a strong beginning.
Yeah, that's always nice to start with a 4 in the first time, that's for sure.
Yeah, against the Czech of Snittil.
Yeah, strong team too. Yeah. But I think the Cruz has a good advantage in that tournament, because they have been practicing for quite a while actually in this ice rink. So they know the ice well. And they had a good preparation. I don't know how much the Czechs trained until now.
So 3-1. We are in the fourth end at the Curling Champions Tour live production. I'm Mark and Roger is next to me. So I hope you enjoy this game. Certainly that there were some discussions about some situation which maybe was not what we thought to do, right, in some situation, and at the end Mario Freiberger would have the chance to ride 2 rocks at the last end, but it was just on a fraction too slow, and there we go now into the fourth. So Curling Champions Tour is proud to cover some other games like this afternoon at 4 p.m. As we said, the hammer game of the Cruise against Edin, and at 8 p.m. European time we have the quarterfinals. Certainly very interesting about the 8 best teams. So we will choose one of these, and the semi-final will be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Roger, this is early, right?
Ah, la 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 la.
But then for the final at 1:30 in the afternoon, this is certainly a very nice time.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I'll be awake for that.
So Roger probably will have the pleasure to cover a lot of games, maybe all of them.
We'll see. We'll see how I can hold. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to watch the curling anyway. So it's not from the commentating box; it's from the spectator stands.
Well, what I like in this game is actually the first situation is already interesting. We have not one rock out of the game; they are all in the game, and this is certainly allows some different situations, which is very nice.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to change.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Now Roman Ruch actually had his own team last year with Michel Devaux. Well, now
so that's a
it's
bit
good.
Of cleaning.
It's good that we saw before a lot of rocks, and now there is a bit of sweeping. Well, I was saying that Roman Ruch had his own team last year with Michel Devaux and 2 other players, and this year they have joined one game with his brother, with Manuel Ruch and Jean-Nicolas Longchamp. So this is actually a new team too. We had some changes in the teams. In many teams there were some changes. Let's say Team De Cruz has a new player.
Yes, the biggest transfer of the season probably, with Claudio Petz joining Peter De Cruz's team instead of Dominic Merki at second position. So that's yeah, they're going to be the team to watch this year, I think.
Yeah, but on the other hand, actually, there's all the time this high expectation because it's probably it's the best team actually in Switzerland. So they will be measured by their performance, right?
Yeah. Well, so far they're not too disappointing. We'll see, because the season is long, many games to be played, and you can never say what will happen in one game. You can always lose a final. We'll see.
Well, the other team which certainly we have to watch in Switzerland is Team Michel. I mean, as you said, Claudio Petz has left the game, the team of Michel, and Sven has we can say almost a complete new team. There's only, I think, the lead, which is still with him. Simon Gemperler. Well, actually, I think he plays now second. So Florian Meister and Stefan Meyerberg has joined Team Michel. As for, let's say, the Swiss 2 biggest, most famous teams, and I think they will certainly compete each other, let's say, for probably most of the games here on the Swiss level. Or would you see another team maybe performing?
Well, it's it's always hard to say, really. Well, you can expect. I think Team Freiberger, Ruch, and the, for example, Adiger team are always, like tough games.
Well, we should not forget this Team Pfister, which were quite interesting. They had a change too. That there's Reto Keller joining them. Reto Keller actually is the junior champion last year. So he plays today, or he plays in this tournament as well. So I think this team, we have to look at it too. And as you said, the season is long, so you have certainly some teams performing in one tournament better than another one. Team Attinger had some changes too. There is, let's say, only one Attinger left. I mean, there were 3 last season. Still there is Daniel Schifferli joining the Attinger team, Bastian Brun and Urs Kuhn. And then another Swiss team is actually Team Bangerter, which actually is more or less the same team. It's just Christian Bangerter is taking over the skip, or the 4th, while Stefan Hessler, who actually was skip last year, they changed the position, but still working, playing in the same team. Going a bit abroad, well, Ulsrud, I think for how many years they're playing already together in the same formation?
It's hard to say, but at least more than 10 years.
Yeah, it's true. So here maybe the most important or interesting change is in the skip, in the team of Edin, Niklas Edin, who actually took over, we can almost say, the team of Oskar Eriksson.
Yep.
So actually Niklas Edin, well, we cannot say who take it over, because actually the team of Oskar Eriksson maybe took over Niklas Edin.
Yeah.
Easier to say.
Which is quite a good pick. I don't know.
Yeah. Because actually Oskar Eriksson itself, he's silver medalist, world champion, so he's certainly a very good team as well. I think we have to count with Team Edin or Team Eriksson this year as one of the...
Well, they're all young, and they're all actually already very experienced. They all have a lot of international... basically when Edin was playing with his team from last year, they were always taking Eriksson as an alternate, so he was also at the Olympics, and where they won the bronze. Actually a thrilling game against China. That was quite good. So they're going to be a good team to follow this season, I think, in the European Championships. Well, to qualify, of course, and in the European tournaments in general, and probably also overseas in Canada.
Okay, let's come back to the game. Again, there were some yellow rocks in the house, so it was Team Freiberg again a bit under pressure. Now they just did a takeout, in a way that one yellow rock just went out the house, but the red one is very open, so it's always Manuel Ruch, Team Ruch is trying to take it out, maybe hit and roll a little bit on the left side. So this is Jean-Nicolas Longchamp.
Yep. Ja!
Ja, gut, sie haben viel früher nicht gemeint, der
Ho! Ja! Niemand, niemand. Oh, ist gut, ist gut.
Nice done. So now trying to freeze maybe as a possibility.
Yeah, I think I would go for the freeze right now. Or, well, it's the skip's first rock. Well, the problem is that he's in trouble there, because if they get a 2 or 3 scored on them, I mean it's going to be really hard to catch up. But I mean, he has to do something. I mean, he really has to, and just taking out probably won't help him very much. Because what is he going to do? If it goes for the best, he'll take out 2. He'll remain open, and then the other guy does a hit and roll, and they still have their 2. So I think he has to go for some kind of freeze. Maybe on his first one he could go for a, I don't know, hit and, he can hit and freeze, that would be perfect I think, but is there though a triple? Maybe he's looking at the triple.
I think, well, he's obviously likes to clear a bit before he would have to take his last one. I think now he's already for a freeze, if I'm not wrong. Because anyway, the position is quite nice from the yellow rocks in a way for red one, that they are a bit behind. One is behind T-line, so he just put it inside. Seems a bit short.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not performing really well in that end. You can see Paddy Kaiser shaking his head there, disapproving result. Can't do anything about it. But it's not over yet, because I mean that rock can still be useful if you want to think positive. That rock can still be useful because it is hiding the yellow rock behind the T-line, so if they freeze on it, then, you know...
Yeah, this is why actually Manuel tries to put now something in the 8 foot.
If he can draw behind the red one, top 4 foot, just biting the blue circle in front of the T-line, then I think he would be in a, let's say, commanding position, and the last shot I would see left for Freiberger would be some kind of double takeout onto the yellow where the broom is.
I think this is the last option he has. So I think Manuel, he put something on the, what would you say, 8 foot center line or something like that?
Yeah. 8 foot, 4 foot, I think. 4 foot. Biter the 4 foot. He can be half hidden. Just half buried is enough. Looks like it's curling quite a lot.
I think it's long, no?
It looks like it's curling too much. That's actually a pretty bad shot, I would say. I don't know, because it really doesn't make the situation any better. It even guards a bit more, and
I think the weight was good, but the curl was now quite incredible.
It curled quite a lot there. They said it was a bit wide at the start, but anyway.
But now, okay, what we can say, we have 2 guards, so if Mario put a nice draw, I think this rock is gone,
so
it's done, you know.
That was the positive thinking of after Mario's first rock there. Despite a fail, I mean, bad, like as a percentage, it's a bad shot, but it is quite useful in the way that it allows them to draw behind a guard with the freeze behind backing. So let's see if this time Mario can get it.
No, Lengi, warte noch! Oh, Lengi! Oh! Tier! 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 Sechs! Tier! Wow! Oh, nur Lengi! Hopp! 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 Oh, wie Sonne! Ja, wie Sonne! Ja, ja! Tier! Tier! Noch Tier!
That's a great shot.
What? Super!
Wow.
Gut gemacht, das ist schwierig, gell?
I wonder if you could actually throw a rocket and hit that red one right between the yellow. Yeah.
Genau da reinknallt, finde ich auch.
Ist gut.
Aber wenn du zuerst da ankommst, da bleibt
Yeah, Mario was just saying he would like to have a bit more deep into the center. I just think when you come with a heavy weight that the curl is not enough. I know, I think you can see it, a third you see out of the rock.
Well, the situation the way it is, I might just try a rocket.
Yeah.
And get it be between the yellow. Score 1. Is it there? The other option would be to play some kind of tap bag, draw something, get it one shot, but if he hits the rocket perfectly, he can get 2 or 3, I think. So.
Well, he would hope that the red one just goes between the 2 yellows on the left side, right?
I think it's possible, but if worst comes to worst, I mean, he can. I don't. They're looking at they're looking at hitting it on the left-hand side, but I really don't know how he can get there. Well, the immense risk actually of playing the rocket is that you can actually manage to get all 3 of your yellows out, roll out, and leave them 2. That's what I see.
He wants to use the red one on the left side.
Yeah, it seems like it.
But I can't see that both red one will go out of the house. This is
I think if he hits like if he hits the red
but
one,
then the red one will go to the yellow one.
I don't know.
I mean, he can hit, but the worst would be that he goes to the red one goes to the yellows instead of the red. You know.
I would have rather gone for the half open shot, but anyway. I'm not really convinced by that call. We'll see, because it's the result that counts. You looked at that for quite a while. It's close. Oh, that's actually a great shot.
Oh well, it's nice. Still
good,
2.
Good rock. That's a 2. So
very
really
nice
good shot. Took a risk, made it.
Very nice.
Yep. Congratulations to Manuel Ruch.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2 more points for Team Ruch against Freiberger, who take now a pretty good lead of 5-1.
Super.
Ja, is goed.
Well, the 4th end. We are now in the 5th. The score is 5-1 for Team Ruch. After a very nice shot of Manuel at the end of the 4th end, leaves Team Freiberger with a hammer. So now 5-1. Maybe we make another switch to the other scoreboards. Here we have Van Dorp, which is performing very well, 5-3. They had a stolen now in the 4th end. As we said, Van Dorp has so far no win, so it's obvious that they would like to have the first win. They have already done 3 games, so probably for sure they can't qualify for the quarterfinal.
Yeah,
but at least they have a nice game now. Rasmus Stierna needs a win for qualifying. Here 4-2 in the 5th end for Edin from Sweden against Attinger from Switzerland. As we said, Edin has 2 win, 2 games. So it's obvious Attinger would need a win for qualifying. I mean, certainly have a better position. Then we have our feature game 5-1 and the cruise. This is interesting too. Snittle got a stole of 2 rocks in the 3rd. So after, let's say, a great beginning of the cruise, now it's just 4-3. So this is certainly very open. So it's very nice, the atmosphere here in Baden. As we have seen, the ice curls very nice. Depends all the time a bit on the weight, but it is certainly a nice atmosphere. In Switzerland we have 3 halls, actually curling halls, which we can use in summer as well. There's one is in Adelboden. Actually there's a tournament now in Adelboden. And the third one is in Wildhaus, which is in the eastern part of Switzerland. Not far where actually Roman and Manuel Ruch are coming from. They come from the curling club, originally from the curling club Utzwil. So Roger, you know where is Utzwil?
It's near St. Gallen in the east of Switzerland.
Well then you are very, very good person in geography, because we have sometimes in Switzerland the tendency that after winter tour, Switzerland is no more existing, right? I mean, we are entering the border of Germany or Austria.
I don't disagree so much, actually.
So, saying what he said, actually, Utzwil is near Sengal. Sengal is where we have the European Masters in April, where again the best 8 teams will participate in the games of Curling Champions Tour. So just between Winter Tour and St. Gallen is this small but still an interesting club of Utzwil. They have a 4-ring hall as well.
Back to the game, and with the, well, that's now the problem when a team is leading with a 4-point lead, is that now the other team is desperately trying to catch up, while the other ones are just taking everything out and they're peeling. But that's not going out. In the end, it's kind of okay because it stays blocking the center, but I don't think that Manuel Ruch would be so satisfied with that, because with a 4-point lead, you really don't need to score or steal anything anymore. You really just need to stop the other guy from scoring, and every rock in play is going to be an advantage for Freiberger now. So
I think so too.
It's
he wants no rocks at all, and
it's actually a chance, a really good chance for him now to attack that rock in the center. That is lying shot. A good shot, actually. They're just top of the 4-foot circle.
But I think the overall performance of the team, when you look the first 4 ends, that they are very average in the performance. The team of Ruch, you know, in a way that they, I think, in all positions they play quite stable. Compare maybe of the Freiberger team, which you have, you have sometimes great rocks, but at the same time, I mean, when you see the score, there are some just final points which were missing, right?
Yeah. Well, I kind of like the situation they have now. I mean, Freiberger. Let's see what Jean-Nicolas plays. Well, they can play a hit and roll now. I mean, with the top yellow one there, hit and roll behind the guard. That's the call, I think. So he's asking for some kind of hack weight. Bumper says a lightweight takeout. Try and open it up.
Certainly he wants that he's the rock staying game, that he needs them, right?
Well, the idea would really be to be hidden behind that guard. That would be perfect. Just because if he makes that, it will force Manuel Ruch to ask for a takeout on that one. If they take it out, well, good for them. But now the weight of the center one will be open.
I think he curls too much.
If he hits the guard, then he can have his 2. Oh. It's a bit slow, I think. He tried to do it too well, maybe. Weight was fine, but yeah, now if he guards that, he can just close the game. So, changing the strategy suddenly from defensive to offensive.
There we go.
Ja. Von er wieder vorne.
Gelb, gelb. Ja. Aber da außen.
Du mal noch einen da ne?
Was ist 10. Minimum?
Was geht auch?
Ja, aber du musst nicht mal... Ja, ja. Sonst kommst du nie mehr an den an.
Weil ich auch gesagt habe.
Ja, ja.
Steht aus.
Ja, ja. Ja, ja.
Wahrscheinlich nicht, ja?
Not much to say because it's always that on one hand they want to clear, on the other hand they need to have rocks to
So.
in the house, so bit tricky the whole situation.
Oder knallen.
I mean, seeing the lead, I would not go on takeout. I would like to have a draw or something like that, but I don't know if you get shot because the yellow one is really nice in the center, right?
Mario's yeah, he's not in a really good situation right now. So.
Aber es ist in der ersten Rang genau gleich, wir wollen uns nicht verbessern.
Yeah, certainly not easy to know what is best to do now.
Oh, he has to open somehow.
Auf der Gelb.
I wonder if he can do like some sort of bing bing behind between the yellow and actually get onto the red. So,
but that would lead that his red one would stay more or less in the center too. I mean, I think he would like to clear a little bit. Huh?
Yeah. I think it's just going to come really fast now.
Kind of. Let's hope and see.
Yeah. Look quite happy. Oh. Well, pretty good shot. At least he gets rid of that center. Well, that shot in the center.
Yeah, I mean, let's say in any other situation, game situation is a good thing, right? But now when you look at the situation, you have two yellows just next to the house. So Team Ruch can nicely just put a nice draw or something like that, you know. And whatsoever, you have no red ones in the, near the house. This is a bit what is the disadvantage, as I think Mario Freiberger needs at least 2 rocks in the house to ride this end. And he will probably skip it if he would not get two rocks at least in this end. And there are just 2 rocks left. It touches again. Oh no. Ooh. This is a perfect one, huh? I was almost sure that it would...
Jean-Nicolas was quite happy with that one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good shot. Yeah, that was really close. Yes.
Wow.
Come on. Yeah, so now the freeze, that's the only disadvantage of that rock, is it's behind the tee line.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, they got to get the line right. They look satisfied with the line.
But it's much more outside, huh?
Quite good, but is it fast? Ooh, mustn't get the bump. I think.
Shot.
But open but shot
slightly. Now you would tap a little bit, or what would you do? just put on it, or?
I think you could just come roughly the same weight he came before.
Yeah.
With the sweeping, you can do a lot with the sweeping on that kind of shot. I think you can either just get to the tee line. If he throws it more or less tee line weight with the sweeping, you can get it just to light 2. It will depend probably on the line. I think the weight he has to throw now is tee line, and then just manage the line with the sweeping. And so Manuel Ruch.
It's all the time when we say just play the same rock again, right?
That's all. It's not. It's an easy game after all. I mean, it's only draws and takeouts. That looks pretty good. Yeah, great shot. Great weight. That was it. So I don't see really how Mario can get a 2 out of that, except with the run back.
He said, "I need 2." That was his comment.
Well, he needs 2, that's for sure. I totally agree with him, but how do you get the 2? That's a more interesting question. I don't really see how he can get a 2 unless if he plays a really tough run back with those 2 reds on the right there, but that's...
well, it's easy. If he wants to keep in the game, at least he will have to ride 1, because I think he knows that you can't get 2.
If he doesn't score 1 now, I think it's game over, because definitely Ruch will steal, so it will be at least 6-1 with 3 more ends to play. You would play the run back only if it's the last end and you absolutely have to score 2. So, I mean, the obvious choice is the draw.
Because he says that when he hits the yellow behind, he should still be shot. This is probably the case, yeah.
Needs to get the line right. Oh my God, that was really close.
Yeah, but he needs the weight. You see, it's not enough. They need to. On one hand, they need to do it. On the other hand, is always.
It looks like it's going to be a handshake. Yes, no. They're hesitating.
Well, 2 like and 2 not, I think. Huh?
Yeah, it's kind of half-half. Well, they could still try. Oh no. Well.
Okay. So.
So that's going to be the handshake after that steal of 2.
I know I have to do quick first. I have to do first score. So they're a bit fast, you know, and I have to write first the thing. But yeah, at the end, it depends on the last one, which actually has again. 2 for Team Ruch. So we got on a score of 7-1. Hi. So maybe Roger, just to explain maybe what they are doing now.
Yeah, so that's the last stone draw. So basically that will decide who will have the hammer in the next game.
So this is very interesting because we can see here a little bit the last stone draw in the previous game. So we have really teams who got a 0, means they put it right away into the center of the house. Maybe we can see that. So you see here, oh, it was just, I mean, it was a, you can see it's almost in the center.
That's a pretty good draw. Yeah, the idea is really get the rock the closest to the center, and then there will be an average of all the last stone draws, and depending if there are ties and everything in the ranks, then the teams with the best last stone draws will have a good advantage.
So you see now the umpire is checking.
Yeah.
So
Measures.
He said a number, but what was it, 15 or 20 or
I didn't hear anyway. We'll see after on the internet.
Okay. So so you see now Team Freiberger doing the same. And looking a little bit about the previous games, we really have some teams who put really a 0.0. There's Team Michael who put against Lecoq. There is Attinger who did one, and Team Baumann. It makes it incredible to get this 0.0. Let's see here what Team Freiberg is doing. Seems a bit short, huh?
It doesn't. It's more or less just as good as the score of their game.
So this is called 185.4.
Yes. So that's
just out of the house, huh?
Yeah. So that's not a very good draw. So they probably won't have the hammer in the next game. So anyway.
Okay, Roger, it was nice that having you here, and I think again this afternoon at 4 you will have hopefully the pleasure to have this to watch this game of your previous team, let's say. I mean, all your colleagues.
Yeah. Well, Team Geneva that you can see there on the screen against another really strong team in that tournament, the Swedish team of Eden, who is winning 5-2 now, while Peter is struggling actually after leading 4-0. They're 4-4.
Well, maybe we can make a last switch to the scoreboards, because I think we have now the first game just finished and the other games still very tight. So yeah, I mean, very interesting. 7-6 of Van Dorp, still open.
Played a really nice shot for 2 there. Yeah.
And yeah, okay, Edin I think will have still in a good advantage against Team Attinger, 5-2. But as you said, Roger, I think very tight is the game of the Cruz against Snittil, where you see now a tight game, 4-4. Snittil just steal one end after the other. So that could be interesting, because what's the outcome of this game? Maybe the Cruz is forced to play to win against Edin in order to qualify. But I think now they are still, actually they are just in the 4th end, or they are now in the 5th. So still more ends to go. Well, so I think we have come to the end of this coverage of the game, Ruch against Freiberger. To repeat, Team Ruch won 7-1. It's a pleasure to having you here, and hope to see you again at 4 p.m. this afternoon with the game of Edin against the Cruz. Roger, thanks again, and I think we see.
It was a real pleasure to be back, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys later for the next game there, a big one.
Yep. So in the name of Curling Champions Tour live production, thank you very much, and see you again. Thank you.
We were in Baden, Switzerland. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.